Greetings from NeuronThemes. In this video, we'll be covering a topic close to heart for designers. We'll be showing you how to set the default fonts and colors using the global feature. The default fonts and colors should be cohesive and present a strong consistency over the entire website. This is why we'll be exploring how you will be able to achieve a coherent design and create a design system applicable throughout your entire website. You can create the go-to palette, as well as set out a typography system of font styles. You can assign the default fonts and colors to elements globally, all from one interface. This allows you to be efficient with your time, as well as create a brand identity for your website without much hassle, also while having much fun. Let's get to it. We've already designed a page template. As you can see, we have here headings, text, as well as the default colors applied universally. From the editor's screen, on any page that you're working on, click on the hamburger menu at the top left of the page and click on Site Settings. This will have your settings be configured globally across your website. Let's first deal with global colors. Here we have the 4 basic colors that are set by default, but once you import a demo website, the color palette of that particular demo will be imported as well. Here we have all the colors that comprise of our human rights demo website. You can easily edit the colors, rename them for better organization. Let's begin and add some colors. We can change them using the advanced color picker. As you can see, the changes are being updated across the page. To add a new color to our global system, let's click on this Add Color button here, obviously. Pick a color, and let's also name it. If you click on this icon here, you can delete a global color, but note that when deleting a global color, any element consisting that color will inherit a default color. Now let's move on to the global fonts. You can also create a global typography system to be applied on all content of your pages. Once again, you will have the default typography styles, as well as the ones imported from the demo website, which you can edit and rename them for proper organization. We'll change these global font styles to match our design. You can edit the font family, size, weight, line height, letter spacing, and more. These do update simultaneously on your website. Just like the global colors, you can also delete global typography styles, and the same rules applies where the element assigned with that typography style will inherit a default font style. Below here, we have the fallback font family. This will be applied if the chosen font is not available. Let's click on Update for the changes to take place, and we'll begin to edit the elements on our page to see the power behind our global fonts and colors. Let's click on this heading element here. Go to the Style tab, and under Color, you have a globe icon. This will indicate the global color system. If you hover over it, it will display the global color the element is assigned to. And clicking upon it, it will allow you to change the color from the global system. To add a global color, open the color picker. Choose your color and click on this plus icon here. Name your color and save it as global. All the same procedure applies to typography as well. Let's click on the globe icon to open the typography styles. To add a new global typography style, click on this pencil icon here. Select the preferred font family, size, assign a weight, decoration maybe, line height, or letter spacing. Once you're done, click on the plus icon. Then you will need to name your typography style and click on Create. This will immediately update the global typography style system. To easily access the global fonts and colors, click on the globe icon and then press this cog icon here. This will immediately transport us to the global settings. And as you can see here, the styles and colors are just added. Now that we have set our design system and organized our typography styles, we can apply them to the theme style, giving you much flexibility over the entire design on your website. Theme style take over the global design layout and gives you much control over the style of your website and its elements. You can set the default styling options for headings, buttons, images, and form fields. Before we do all that, click on this link here and make sure you tick the Disable Default Colors and Disable Default Fonts. Click on Save Changes and go back to the editing page. Before we get started, let's drag in 2 buttons, as that's what we're going with for this design. The element will have a default button style, but we're going to change that and we'll have every button that we drag in the page be attributed to our style. We will need to set the two buttons in line with each other for better aesthetics. Now let's go back to the Site Settings panel. We'll create a global button design. Let's set the typography style, as well as the colors. Once again, global styles to the rescue. Let's configure the button settings. You can set a border. You can add the width for the border. Set a color for the border. You can set the border radius as well as the padding around the button. See? Our buttons look much better already. Updated. And let's put it to the test. We will drag in a button element onto the page. As promised, the theme style option will take over any element on your website. This will give you much control over the design of your entire website. To make changes to only one specific button on your website, you can of course use the Style tab of the element and make the changes necessary, as specific styling options will take precedence over the global styling options. Also, any change you make globally will affect the element using the style. This concludes our video. We made sure to include all the necessary information on how to use the global fonts and colors. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more guides and tutorials.